I saw a thread on Twitter that made me unfathomably angry. The idea is that modern Yu-Gi-Oh is crap compared to old school Yu-Gi-Oh is nothing new, and people are free to have their own opinions. Although I may disagree with you, I will respect these differing perspectives. However, they went on a tirade of reasons why it was trash, and at the end of this thread said that they felt, quote, disappointed for people who currently enjoy the game. The spirit of Hassan entered my body and I proceeded to go full keyboard warrior upon them.
Everything I said about Yu-Gi-Oh is true, you fucking idiots!
And what better way to farm engagement for both my Twitter and YouTube than by converting that entire Twitter thread to an 8-minute video for you guys, or at the very least, a 5 to 6 minute video that I'll stretch to 8 minutes by putting the specialist dance at the end of it. You ready to recycle some content? I sure am. Here's why your nostalgic view of Yu-Gi-Oh was shaped by your playground and why historically it wasn't very accurate. 1. Yu-Gi-Oh is too fast compared to the past and games end in 3 to 5 turns. Yu-Gi-Oh has always had turbo fast formats. As a matter of fact, one of the best decks during GOAT format was Reasoning Gate and Chaos Turbo, decks that were completely able to go off the rails in regards to board spam, generate card advantage through cards like BMOC and Sacred Crane, and put out damage and OTKs only rivaled by BLS. The reason games typically end in 3 to 5 turns is due to the printing of more easily accessible cards that allowed you to OTK. See Boral Sword and Axis Code Talker, or players conceding in control matchups where they understand that they're too far behind on resources to ever realistically make a comeback. Formats like GOAT have infinitely long timers because OTK tools didn't exist yet. Oh wait, yes they did. See BLS plus Ring OTK, and Reaper format also had this in Cyberside Monarch and Last Will. Yu-Gi-Oh has always had fast, high-speed decks and cards that create OTK timers. The only thing that has changed is that these tools have become a lot less sacky in terms of hard drawing them and more consolidated in the extra deck. 2. Boss monsters are too easy to summon. Yu-Gi-Oh! And all card games, as a matter of fact, revolve around archetypes. These archetypes are specifically designed to be built around certain strategies, and these usually come in the form of powerful monsters based around a specific theme. Can you imagine how unplayable this game would be if the themes of archetypes did not exist within their monsters? Imagine Dinosaur without UCT. Imagine ABC without Buster Drake. While I do understand the idea that archetypes can abuse generic boss monsters due to incidental synergies, see Goki extra linking people in 2018, but imagine just how boringly unplayable this game would be without these enablers that allowed people to summon their bosses and instead ended on a slow and grindy brickfest. Oh wait, we don't have to. We had that in 2017 with Blue Eyes at Worlds, a slow, annoying brickfest where both players just kind of sat around setting stones. It may have been fun and intense as a kid, but as a kid, I also thought that the multiplication tables was the equivalent of the crypto boom in terms of intensity. If you want to wait around and summon a boss monster, play speed duels. I heard that Serpent Knight Dragon is pretty playable there.
Serpent Knight Dragon, attack now!
Joseph? Joseph, I'm coming in. Joseph! Are you speed dueling again?
No, I can explain. No, it's not what it looks like.
It's been 3 months and you've already relapsed.
But they just released Serpent Knight Dragon.
Serpent Knight Dragon? Okay.
3. Yu-Gi-Oh is in a negate meta, and the game is extremely uninteractive. With the exception of Floodgates and Spell Speed for board breakers, think Droplets and Dark Ruler no more, Yu-Gi-Oh for the past year has been extremely interactive in regards to decks ending on interruption instead of the quote-unquote 50 pendulum negate boards casual players love to complain about. Remember when Pure Tri-Brigade was the best deck? At best, that deck was able to end on 2 monster negates, a bounce, and a banish, and it literally lost if you activated Compulse on Cat. This was just a couple of months ago in the quote-unquote negate meta that they complain about. Yes, combo-heavy negate formats do exist, such as Secret Slayer formats and Goki U-Link format. Yes, floodgates do kill interaction, but more often than not, interactive back-and-forth formats exist just as well. 4. Because of how fast the game is, curb stomps are so prevalent and are extremely boring to watch. Literally every game has curb stomps, no matter what it is. Chess, one of the most interactive and open-ended games of all time, has Magnus literally bodying Super GMs left and right by move 20, even though he literally doesn't care about the World Championship anymore unless he's playing against Ali Reza Faruja. Magnus literally said, "It is hard to feel that great joy when the situation was so comfortable to begin with." Are you going to start showing up to Magnus's house saying that chess is so boring and uninteractive? You really are just curb stomping Nepo and all the other players with the introduction of a move 3 kingside Fianchetto Catalan? Trash game? I don't think so. It's just that with chess, these sort of high-level intricacies aren't massively noticeable to casual players, whereas in Yu-Gi-Oh, players will look at an invoked board with 2 set and start complaining about how Mechaba ruined their marriage. And finally, this point struck a chord with me in particular. Direct quote, "Seeing others embrace and feel proud of this mentality makes me disappointed in them." fellas, don't you dare shame other people for having fun with a hobby. You may not understand it, you may not like it, and you are free to have your own opinions about it. To make a claim such as, I think that modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is personally too fast and combo-centric for my taste is completely fair, and a lot of people do agree with that sentiment. Even I agree with this sentiment to an extent with how powerful engines have gotten over the past few years, such as Fusion Destiny, Eldritch, the adventure tokens. However, do not sit on a throne looking down on people for enjoying the game, feeling quote-unquote disappointed for us. We play this game not just for the game, but for the community. We have friends where we can play retro formats and shit decks with. We enjoy labbing out combos, testing jank, and spending time with each other with the game as a contextual glue to bind us together. If all Yu-Gi-Oh players wanted to do was jerk off while we set up a Mist Valley Thunderbird infinite loop, this game would not have survived to the extent it has now. You are free to have your opinions, but if you're going to come out with a hot take, be sure that your reasons behind them are not based on ignorance, condescending attitudes, and a pure lack of understanding for what Yu-Gi-Oh has evolved into without understanding the historical context first beyond your playground-sized nostalgia bubble. Remember kids, be sure to like and subscribe, and that's going to be it. See ya.